kudos to Bandai for making such an awesome, amazing, detailed kit. Oh my god! On top of the regular detail that company like Bandai provides in their model kits, building this PlayStation 1 replica was like a legit blast from the past, man. So for us war gamers, we don't normally see model kits where when you build, like, let's say a tank, you sort of have to build the inside of the tank. Maybe the old Space Marine kits would have those, such as the drop pods, but I don't see normal kits like that in Warhammer nowadays produce something like that. But for a kit like this from Bandai, you even had to build the motherboard. The motherboard that you don't even see after you build the kit. For some time, I had to sort of consider taking photos in the middle of the build just so I could have a reference and remember what this part would look like. Because once I close that baby up, I wouldn't be able to see the amazing craftsmanship that Bandai would have built. Build this baby boy. So this guy goes on here. Yo, dude. Yo, dude. Wait, I gotta take a picture of this before it goes. I mean, imagine making a model kit focusing on building such an intricate detailed part, fully knowing that once the model kit will be done, the user would not be able to see that part you painstakingly made. I mean, look at the detail of this motherboard, man. I mean, come on! Not even a single transparent part just to appreciate it after you've been built. Just for some appreciation here before we close this bad boy up. Take note of all the details. I feel like when they designed this series of model kits, they were taking into consideration the experience a modeler would have, specifically a modeler who was in love with PlayStation. And it honestly felt like I was building the actual PlayStation console. Yo, I feel like we can press that. It goes up. Ooh. Ooh. Yow. Okay. And that for me was a unique modeling experience. Normally when we build kits, we're so amazed at how they maximize space and sprue, or how each bit that comes together creates the whole image. But here, it felt like I was actually in the factory building a console that wouldn't work. Then, wow, that's the laser. Dude, that's the laser. Bruh. 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 Bruh, it's the disc. Even the actual laser, reading the laser disc was detailed. The buttons freaking work. Ah! Oh! Oh! And part of me felt like this was the actual console just scaled down and the parts were the same. I mean, yes, you could see the little screws and nuts and bolts that you didn't really have to screw in, but the actual components felt like they were real components from the PS1 because you were actually pressing buttons at work. You could see actual components and you can imagine that that's how the actual console was built or combined. On top of that, while the plastic kits or plastic stuff were actually so detailed, the stickers alone were such a throwback to when I was a kid. It felt real. It felt genuine. I've enjoyed building model kits, I'm sure you have too, but I've never enjoyed it the way I enjoyed building this kit. It was literally walking through time and appreciating the console that had made me so much happy when I was a younger child. It was something that could never be replicated again. It's like saying I played Fallout for the first time and it'll never be ever the same if I play it ever again for those Fallout fans. The cool thing here is you had to build parts like the memory card that actually work. You had to build the wires in the controllers that actually work. I really wish that the buttons of the controllers were pressable. Unfortunately, they were not. Yo! Yo! When when I chose to build this kit, it was sort of an ode to also my first love, which is video games. I'm sure most of us have the same internal struggle where we either try to hobby or we try to play some video games, and those two hobbies and those two loves, they just like conflict, and I can understand that. Like, when I found this kit, I said this is sort of my way of doing hobbying and making it ode to video games at the same time, because I'm being honest, if you are an avid subscriber, I have not been uploading because video games have been taking over my life. This was a great kit to do as a sort of get back into hobby session. So if you're sort of in a rut right there, maybe you can try to find a tangent hobby that will make you bounce back into the plastic hobby. But overall, I'm just really happy I got to have this experience building the kit. I'm really happy I got to document it and share it with you guys. Yo, look at that. Wow, man, I'm holding a PS5. I mean, PS1. Dude. Woo, man. I don't really want to speak so much about hobby burnout. I mean, there's so many videos about that. I don't really talk so much about how I built this. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's a snap push. It's a push fit, guys. It's a snap fit, man. It's a fun build. Anyone in the hobby needs builds like these. They need kits like these that are palette cleansers, but also something that will give you a big win. And not just a win for the sake of getting something done, but a kit that to be proud of. It's just so nice that I have a model kit to play with while I'm away from the hobby table, reminding me of my attachment to both my loves, such as video games and hobbies. There's probably other console kits out there that you can get, but it's something I recommend for hobbyists out there, whether you're into wargaming or not. It's an easy, low barrier entry, skill level experience, but highly rewarding, highly experiential, and it's a good way to just like add some spice into your hobby life. It's nice to finally be talking to you guys again. It's nice to be sort of videoing again. I'm sort of trying to find my way to get back in there, make it more regular. Maybe I'll change up my routine, change up my content creation stuff, and maybe change up the channel. I'm not so sure where this channel is headed, but if you who have stayed and seen so far in this video, thank you so much. I'd appreciate your ideas and what you'd love to see from me. I'd appreciate your support. I hope to be making more regular content and hope to be making that my springboard to make more minis and more hobby stuff out there. Thanks again for watching. This is Louis from Louis Loves Minis, reminding you of the advice I constantly remind myself, which is to hobby every day to keep the screws away.
That tiny button. Oh crap.